We're going to finish over on Apple TV, as it is now known, with the return of the comedy Shrinking. And here's a clip.
Ta-da! The goat is back.
Oh, thank God.
There he is. Alice is going to be heading off to college soon.
I'm going to play soccer in Connecticut!
How you dealing with it?
All I want is for her to live with me until I die peacefully. And then she can go off and make whatever mistakes a young woman in her 70s might make.
Well, that sounds healthy.
Yes, so Shrinking, Apple TV. It's a comedy. There are 11 episodes, and this is the third series. And I do think it's probably worth catching up on the previous series if you can. You'll catch up anyway, but it sort of sets the scene, if you like. And I mean, for it to be commissioned for a third series, it had to do something differently, because I think in the first series you've got Jason Segal, who he's this very maverick therapist. He's a bit of a Wally. It's kind of the parts, he plays, I know. And he plays the part of this therapist, Jimmy Laird. And he's just not very credible. So in the first series, I think if they were just to continue down that line, he's lost his wife very early, and he's incredibly, as you would be, he's devastated. He's got to bring up his family. Really, really tough. And he basically has no patience with his patients at that time. So he gives them bad advice. There's lawsuits. He's all sorts of things that he does that, he shouldn't be doing. And then I think it sort of runs out of steam, and you can see why the writers, the producers had to do something a bit different. So and this season is different. It is really quite funny in places. It's very, I would use the word heartwarming. He is back as therapist Jimmy Laird for this third run, but this time he's enjoying life with his daughter. It's a harmonious relationship. He's a lone parent. He's trying to parent and grieve, and it's been a difficult, rocky road, as it is even without all those things. And Alice's daughter is worrying about leaving for college. So she's off to college, but as she's worrying about going to college, he's also worried about her going. He doesn't want her to go, but he knows he has to let her go. There are some really big names in this, and there's sort of all of the paths between all these different people cross over and sort of nicely knit together to create a community, I suppose. We've got Harrison Ford in here. We've got Michael J. Fox. He plays the part of somebody who's sitting in a waiting room with Parkinson's. Of course, he suffers from Parkinson's, so it's lovely to see him. And then we've got Dumb and Dumber star Jeff Daniels, who is Jimmy's estranged father, and he plays a great part. There's that's really fun and a bit of a coup, I think, too. So all in all, I think it's really quite good. It was really heartwarming, really enjoyable. You can get on, unlike a lot of these things this week, you can get on and you can wash up if you want to. You can have a glass of wine. You can eat your takeaway, all of the above, and not be too distracted. So it's a good one for that.
Well, Jason Segal, he's very good at kind of playing the sort of everyman kind of doofus, isn't he? So I remember him from Forgetting Sarah Marshall. And yeah, I agree with you. His maverick therapist character is not very believable. But of course, it's got Harrison Ford in it as his boss, Paul. So why wouldn't you want to see that? And he's like super grouchy character who quite a lot of this is a bit cheesy and schmaltzy, and like Harrison Ford's character, because he's such a grouch, he very much undercuts it all. So yeah, he's got Parkinson's symptoms, and that's how he meets Michael J. Fox, who plays Jerry. You've got Jeff Daniels as Jimmy's estranged father. That's a pretty good signing, isn't it? Yeah, so there's a big football match where the daughter Alice is hoping to get scouted by a college, And of course, Dad is there being really embarrassing, and Dad's neighbours and some of his colleagues. I think it's slightly got the vibe of Modern Family, I think, at times. It's fun, although I would say any therapist watching it would be absolutely cringing, thinking like none of this would ever happen. But, don't worry about that. It's good. It's good fun.